How's everyone doing today? I'm be talking about characters that definitely have autism or they're just dropped on the head 50 times. So I tried to record this video already, but then I was running out of shit to say in like 3 minutes in. But now I think I have it done. I don't know why I do this, where sometimes I try to record a video twice. But anyways, let's get into this. First one is Adam from Labrats. Now Adam is definitively one of the most autistic characters I've ever seen on TV. And that's why I love him. He is a fucking peak character. I love bro. I think he's a really funny dude. I think he can be really real as well. I think he's a perfect mix. He's like the perfect yin yang of like being autistic but also being like real and relatable. There'd be moments where he just points shit out. It's like, what are you doing, bro? It's like, there's this one episode where Leo, the little black kid in the show, basically Leo's doing some like emote that he got from season 2 of Fortnite or some shit and then Adam was told, basically Adam just said to him, stop, we're gonna lose aura by the second if you keep doing this, alright? Just please stop doing that. But then there's also moments where he'd be just so dumb and you'd be wondering what's in his head, bro. Corn? Like, what's his brain made out of, son? There's like literally in the show, literally in the intro, when Adam pops up in the show, it says like his actor's name is like, the strongest. There's actually a clip of him just running in the hamster wheel, just him like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I do my daily exercise there. Fucking treadmill. Why do a treadmill when I could just be a naked furry and just go on a hamster wheel? All that's missing is the fursuit. So yeah, I love Adam. He's pretty funny. Also, one of the funniest there's just so many peak funny moments with him. There's one like where he's annoying the fuck. There's an episode where him and Chase basically keep annoying the fuck out of Bree. So Bree basically just wants to get a restraining order on them and wants to get her own room. And there's a clip at this very start of the episode. They just won't stop following me. They won't leave her alone. She tries to go talk to her friend because her friend's like breaking up with her boyfriend or some shit. Then when she tries to actually get away from them, they just don't stop following her. It's so funny the way it looks. It honestly just looks like Adam's having way too much fun. Like it's his birthday present, and his birthday present is to annoy Bree for as long as he wants or some shit. Yeah, I swear, bro gets so happy doing the most stupidest shit sometimes. There's an episode where basically Chase and Adam, they are living in in that same episode actually, Chase and Adam are downstairs in the basement and they're trying to like basically separate their sections. And on Adam's side, there's just a load of random ass shit you'd expect to buy from a drugstore or something. There's like a hot dog costume, there's a hot dog statue, there's a random ass shit. Eventually he brings in a horse as well. But one thing he does bring in, he literally brings in like this metal post box that he got from the ground. He literally walks into the basement, is holding like this big metal pole with a post box on it, and literally just looks like he ripped it out of the ground. And he thought it was just free for the taking. Man literally said, don't worry, the mail's safe. Yeah, the mail's grand, except for the dog's pissing shitting on it. I don't really know about that, but other than that, it's good. I just wanted the box, Me and this box have something similar. We're both fucking empty. So, yeah, Adam's funny. I love Adam. And the next one is Darwin. Now, Darwin, why is my laptop talking to me? I don't give a shit about IOB uninstaller, bro. Jesus Christ, this fucking laptop makes me want to uninstall my life. Anyways, Darwin, he's another character that definitely has some form of autism or mental illness or some shit, because I swear he's just so unaware with everything that goes around him in the world. He's also so positively optimistic. Realism does not exist in bro's head. If he saw someone burning, he'd probably be like, look on the bright side. It'd be easier to cook our dinner. We won't have to use electricity. We could just go outside and use that burning corpse out there. He'd be like the type of guy to look at the bright side when the whole world is itchy in like dysfunctional collapse. Like Jordan, we're beginning. Bro, be like, look at the bright side. We can make new, unique, weird friends. He's that type of guy. He tries to see. He's the half glass full type of guy. So I also like how the dynamic between him and Gumball. It's just like Gumball does something stupid, but then. Or he's just so negative and shit, and then Darwin's like his voice of reason pretty much. But also, if you have Darwin as your voice of reason, you might as well have no voice of reason, because he's a bit dumb as well. But also, I would kind of relate to him, because back in day, I feel like back in day in like 2021 or some shit, when I was like really slow, and I was like basically lobotomy of a human being, I kind of relate to him, because it's like, you just want everything to be grand and shit. you don't want bad stuff. But yeah, moving on. Patrick. No, Patrick. He's a peak character in television. He's one of my favorite characters in TV. I'm not gonna lie. The dynamic between him and SpongeBob is just so great. But also, he actually might be one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen, even for like a kid's cartoon. I swear, bro, there's literally an episode where SpongeBob goes to him and is like, "Don't tell me you forgot how to eat again." How do you forget how to eat? You just look at so like when there's a plate of dinner in front of you, you just like stare at it, like drooling from your mouth, and your eye just goes back into your skull. It's like, well, you just forgot how to eat. What's next, bro? Forgot how to breathe. He's just gonna pass out. But yeah, he also lives under a rock. I love how literal that metaphor is. Bro literally lives under a rock. Because he doesn't know fucking nothing. He doesn't know his arse from his elbow. But yeah, Patrick, I like Patrick. Next one is Rigby. Rigby. Oh, actually, I'm not really done with Patrick. I don't know. I feel like Patrick might just have like literally just autism. Because he's just so dumb. But there also is a theory that he's secretly smart, but he also pretends to be dumb, because there's an episode where Patrick falls off a cliff and his head gets lodged into the ground, and then SpongeBob rips out the wrong pink dildo out of the ground and it connects it to Patrick's head. But then as his head is being connected, his brain and shit, there's like cobwebs and shit, there's cogs. When it gets connected, they all start turning, they all start rotating. He got literally like factory reset. And then for the rest of that episode, Patrick just becomes smart. He acts like he graduated from Harvard or some shit. So maybe, he could be just pretending to be dumb because he doesn't like being smart, because smart people know a lot more shit, and when you know a lot more shit, you hate a lot more shit. So yeah, maybe Patrick just wanted to be dumb because he didn't want to push away SpongeBob or any of his other friends, even though SpongeBob's really his only real friend. He didn't want to push him away by just being an asshole. But yeah, next one is Rigby. I don't really think there's that much anything really wrong with Rigby, except that he's just a bit lazy and he's also a bit dumb. He dropped out of school, and then he's also a bit of a dickhead as well. He made his friend, he sabotaged his friend's future. He sabotaged his friend's ability to get money for life, so he could not be alone, because he dropped out of school, he fucked up, so he just looked at Morgan and be like, I'm gonna make you fuck up. But yeah, with Rigby, to be honest, I feel like he's like the least like autistic or dumb out of all these characters. I feel like he's probably the most relatable. Rigby just seems like that type of guy. He doesn't really want to do anything. He doesn't really want to do work. He doesn't really give a shit about that. He just wants to have fun in life, which is relatable, but bro really needs to lock in. So the next one is Mikey. Now my favorite character on this list, Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I actually love this turtle. He's actually peak like autism, because he just does random wacky ass shit. He never listens. He's literally me back in the day. He's literally me character, because I don't really listen. I zone out as well. So does Mikey, and bro just doesn't care. He just wants to have fun. He's a half glass kind of full guy, but he also can lock in when he wants to. Apparently he's one of the most like raw, naturally talented out of all the turtles. He'd slap all their asses if he just could lock in. And I kind of believe that as well, because when you see the turtles fighting in the show, when they're beating up those the Krang, the metal robots being controlled by the little Hubba Bubba brains, he does it. He like fights them without even trying. It's like he's not really taking it seriously, but he's still doing like good. He's still doing like a decent standard. He's still like doing it up to standard for him and his brothers. And he's not even locked in. Like all the other brothers, they take that shit seriously, but when he's doing it, he doesn't care. And he can like, when he locks in, he can be the best out of all of them. And I guess it also does make sense further, because he got handed the nunchucks, and the nunchucks are known to be one of the hardest weapons to, master and use, because they require a lot of focus. But yeah, so I think Mikey does kind of have some form of autism. He also seems like he's really emotionally sensitive, because when Splinter died, he was the saddest out of all of them. He's the blue boy, because he, was the one that was crying. He's the most sad and upset. So yeah, I feel like Mikey, he has autism and he's emotionally sensitive. But when he wants to, he can be a beast. I just feel like he chooses not to be because life is more fun and enjoyable. I also know Mikey enjoys a lot of things. You could play him like slam metal, which is just basically might as well be like me taking a shit, and he'd probably like not even mind it. Actually, scratch that. He probably fucking hates slam metal. And the next character I have that I didn't even put on this list, I somehow didn't even think of, that I probably already mentioned before in the video, is Neil. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, I feel like his brain's like gravel because he definitely does have some autism. I swear in this show he's just so slow and so dumb. I swear Jay can just convince him of anything, bro. Bro could convince him that his knife is made from unicorn bone and he'd believe it. So, yeah, I think Neil is definitely the slowest out of all of them. There's like one episode where they're preparing for their leaving cert. Basically, he's just gaming. He's being a full-time kid potato, and then his dad's like, you have to do your project. Well, what's your carpentry project? That you have to do this shit for your leaving, sir. And then he's like, oh yeah, I made the shelf though. I made something that can hold your nan's vase. So yeah, Neil definitely has like autism, or maybe he's retarded. I have no idea. But yeah, that was just my list of peak autistic characters that I really fucked with. And yeah, see you later.